Baseball fans, you're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Braves manager Brian Snitker said Kyle Wright and Huascar Ynoa are probably the front runners for the two open starting rotation spot. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be the guys, but they are the front runners. The candidate, to me, that seems the most likely to overtake one of those spots, at least prior to opening day, would be Tucker Davidson. But right now it is Kyle Wright and Huascar Ynoa. But Tucker caught a lot of attention on Saturday against the Twins. He had 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He looked good. The ball never even left the infield. I mean, he looked great on the mound. Now, that could easily change in his next start. That's the thing with these young guys. They have little moments of greatness, and then you never know what's going to happen on a consistent basis. But across spring training, he's only had 2 appearances, right? That's the thing about this spring training, and this year in spring training, it's such a small sample size. And in those 2 appearances, he's gotten 5 innings. He's given up 4 hits and a 3.60 ERA. I can tell you that stat. Maybe you can run with it, but again, super small sample size, doesn't really tell you a whole lot on a consistent basis of what they're going to be. Now, out of the guys out of the starting rotation, the front 3 are solid. The back half, a little worrisome for a lot of Braves fans. Not for me personally. I have a lot of trust that these guys will find their groove, and if they don't, we'll move to the next guy, and maybe he will. I really think that competing over it and seeing what we have and developing those guys at the major league level is the best option for the Braves. Now, if those guys don't make it, guess what? That's what the trade deadline's for. But those 3 front starters will be enough to at least keep the Braves in competition going into the trade deadline. And at that point, if you need to adjust, Alex Anthopoulos will be right there. We all know what he can do at a trade deadline. So whoever the odd man out is, whether it's Kyle Wright, Tucker Davidson, Huascar Ynoa, and you can throw in Kyle Muller, Touki Toussaint, those guys are still competing at the major league level in spring training. More than likely, somebody's going to be sent down. Touki Toussaint was already sent down. I think you may see Kyle Muller sent down or even Tucker Davidson, depending on what happens. But there are options for these guys. There are opportunities for these guys. And like I said, Tookie's already been sent down to minor league camp, but it's a long year. 162 is a marathon. There's a lot of innings to cover. I think we're going to see all these guys at some point. But they're for Tucker Davidson, for Kyle Muller, for those guys that are right on the edge of the major league level, there are a lot of options. There's long relief options. There's just bullpen option, whatever the case may be. When you have 2 guys on the back end of the rotation that aren't necessarily going to put up the numbers that the Braves are looking for, I think that there are plenty of opportunities to support the pitching staff, whether it be in long relief, whether it be in a spot start. There are opportunities for these guys.
Baseball fans, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. As always, thank you for your support.